We've upgraded. The Elevate Media podcast is officially the upgraded man. The artwork is new. You might still hear the old name pop up in some episodes, but don't sweat it. We're the same show, just built specifically for men ready to level up. Now let's get to work.
This is the new Weight Watchers, built for real life and real results, no matter what mode you're in. Maddie went all in for her big day and lost 33 pounds. Emily lost 85 pounds and hit her goal while still living her life.
Weight Watchers gave me the tools and I feel amazing.
Join the millions of members and lose weight with the #1 doctor-recommended weight loss program. Lose more at WeightWatchers.com.
At 6 months, participants in a clinical trial of Weight Watchers program lost an average of 12 pounds.
And welcome back to another recording of the amazing podcast. I'm your host, Chris Anderson. Today is kind of a big deal. Kevin, this has been a long time coming. It's a huge day. It's a huge episode for us. This isn't just any other episode. This is episode 500. Yes. Kevin, for that. Crazy. I would have never thought starting a podcast back in 2019 that I would make it to 500 episodes. I think the average number of podcast episodes people get to before they quit is 7 now. So we've surpassed that at least, which has been a crazy, crazy journey. And I can't tell you guys how crazy this has been, but what this has opened up for me, as far as the conversations I've been able to have over these hundreds of episodes, lessons I've learned, amazing guests across the whole world doing all sorts of different things in their own right, successful and making a difference in the world. From some solo rants I've thrown out there and really everything in between. When I started this show, I really didn't have any idea where it would go, right? I was leaning into, I just want to learn from other people how to build a business, how to become better, how to change the trajectory of my life. I just knew that it could maybe turn into something fun, right? I never thought it would take me across the country, interviewing amazing people, bring me some sorts of revenue a little bit, open up doors to different events and locations and things like that. And on top of that, it's helped people improve their place in the world and in business. And here we are, 500 episodes later, and I can't tell you, I'm more fired up now about the future of the episodes, the future of the podcast than I've ever been before. And I'm super excited to share this with everyone watching live. If you're watching live, probably not. You're all probably eating dinner right now. But if you're watching a replay too, thanks for tuning back in. But before we get into today's episode, I want to take a minute and just share some of the biggest things that I've learned on this journey, because without those lessons, there's something at the end of this episode I'm going to announce. And without those lessons, it wouldn't be possible. And so make sure you definitely tune around.
This is the new Weight Watchers, built for real life and real results, no matter what mode you're in. Maddie went all in for her big day and lost 33 pounds. Emily lost 85 pounds and hit her goal while still living her life.
Weight Watchers gave me the tools and I feel amazing.
Join the millions of members and lose weight with the #1 doctor-recommended weight loss program. Lose more at WeightWatchers.com.
At 6 months, participants in a clinical trial of Weight Watchers program lost an average of 12 pounds.
Tune in till the end of the episode where I'm going to announce some really big milestone for us, Kevin, right? A big change, a big new direction, but a super exciting direction. And I can't wait for y'all to be a part of it. But first, some lessons that I've learned along this journey of 500 episodes in the podcasting space. The first, really, and you've probably heard this out there, if you're doing anything and trying to be different or grow something or build something, consistency beats talent, right? And so being consistently good or doing the right things consistently gets you more than just having the talent. Because those who are talented, who don't stick with the workout or who don't show up regularly or who don't do the things that need to be done on a consistent basis, they just don't succeed. So that was something, I've just been consistent. I haven't been the best. I'm still not the best, right? I'm still improving along the way, but being consistent every week for 500 episodes. And to me, I got to remember in the moment that this is a huge accomplishment, right? And not just downplay. Well, it's only 500, right? People are doing thousands of episodes now, but no, 500 episodes. The consistency to get to there has been a lot. It's been challenging. It's been frustrating at times. It's been discouraging at times, but it's starting, it pays off, and we're starting to see more and more of that payoff from it, which has been fantastic. So just be consistent. Be consistent at the right things the best you can, and continue to get better at those. And that's the best thing you can do. And just keep improving and just stay with it. Don't give up. Don't chase a shiny object. Just stay with it. And that was the first thing. That's a big, big lesson, right? Consistency. The second, really big lessons I've learned is that the connections and people you pour into will pour back into you. Relationships are everything. Relationships are more important than revenue. Relationships are more important than download numbers. The relationships matter more than anything, because those relationships, they're what, is in my mind is a true currency. Because you're going to make connections through those relationships. You're going to have fun, and just be able to go golfing with people that you meet and connect with in these relationships. And so you're also going to get doors open to you that you normally wouldn't. You're going to experience things in life that you might not have thought you would have before. Being able to go to the Indy 500, being able to go to, Clues Hall at Butler and watch a show there just from doors that were open, like from across the spectrum. It's just been fantastic. And it wouldn't have been unless I tried to pour into relationships and be the best person I could to other people, right? And so focus on the relationship over the revenue or over what you can get from that person, and just pour into them and give. How can I better serve this person? How can I make a connection for this person? How can I make this person's life easier or simpler? And you'll get back what you put into it, just like any relationship, anything you do in life. Your workouts, the more you work consistently, correctly at workouts, the more you're going to get back from it, right? Nutrition, the more you put into getting the right nutrition in, the better you're going to feel and the better outcome you're going to have. So it's the same thing in everything in life. So just do your best, pour in those relationships, and just watch things flourish and just have an amazing time doing it, because you meet a lot of cool people you get to hang out with and have a good time with. So that would be the second big lesson that I've learned along this journey of 500 podcast recordings, which again, is just a crazy number to say. And then the third lesson I've learned along the way is done is better than perfect. A lot of people out there, myself included, sometimes gets a little bit slow to take action because we want it to be perfect, right? We want it to sound perfect. We want it to look perfect. We want it to just have no mistakes from the get-go. And, I have those moments, but thankfully a lot of the times I'm just more shoot now, aim later type of thing. When I first started the podcast, I should have grabbed them. I was starting with little kid headphones, Captain America thing, starting in the corner of my living room. I think Kevin's going to grab them. Just don't unplug it. Yikes, here we go. Moment of truth. I'm putting Kevin to work. Acrobats here. Here we go. Yeah, you look at these things. I was on camera, guys, talking to professionals, millionaires. Thank you, Kevin. Talking to millionaires, talking to people doing big things with these things. These were from my wife, so I blame my wife. Just kidding. I just thought it was cool. I thought it was the stuff. I love Captain America, but I was wearing these things. They don't do any, they just look cool, right? Still think they look cool.
This is the new Weight Watchers, built for real life and real results, no matter what mode you're in. Maddie went all in for her big day and lost 33 pounds. Emily lost 85 pounds and hit her goal while still living her life.
Weight Watchers gave me the tools and I feel amazing.
Join the millions of members and lose weight with the #1 doctor-recommended weight loss program. Lose more at WeightWatchers.com.
At 6 months, participants in a clinical trial of Weight Watchers program lost an average of 12 pounds.
Right, Kevin? I don't know. I could probably still rock them, but I was doing it with this. I was doing it in the corner of my living room with the webcam on my computer. And I think I was using the microphone from the computer too. I don't even think I had a microphone to begin with. Because I just wanted to start, because I knew if I didn't just start, it would never happen. I knew, though, that if I did start, even if it wasn't perfect, I would start to improve. And so that's what you have to do in life and a lot of things is just start. It doesn't have to be perfect. You don't have to be in the best shape to go work out. You don't have to be in the best shape to start running distance. You don't have to be a professional cook to improve your nutrition. Just start implementing little things, little changes, and it'll start to compound. And if you're thinking about a business or a podcast, like your clients out there aren't going to get your help if you don't start. The episodes aren't going to record and help anyone if you don't just go out on a limb and try it. And you got to take a chance on you and just continue to improve along the journey. And I think we've come quite a long way. I think from the corner of a living room with kid headphones on to our studio now here that we're able to record from and work out of, and have amazing guests come here as well to record. It just would have never thought this was possible, and here we are. So done is better than perfect. Okay, done is better than perfect. Just go, just try, implement, and get better as you grow. And you're going to evolve, right? We've got to implement, we've got to change, we've got to evolve along this process of life. Whether that just be in marriage, whether that just be in friendship, whether that be on a sports team or podcast host or a business. We have to evolve and innovate and implement new things to get to that next level. And it starts with you. We're the leaders of our lives. And if we're not improving, if we're not implementing, if we're not upgrading ourselves along the way, then we're going to stay the same, right? Insanity is doing the same thing over and over, expecting different results. So if you want different results, do something different. And so whether that be, just in your 9 to 5, maybe you want to get brought up the line and get a new position. Maybe you should ask for it. Maybe work a little bit more efficiently or make a better impact in the job. Or maybe, again, just go and ask. But you got to do something different. You can't just go in, do your job, and leave. You got to get noticed. If you want to hit that PR on bench press, you got to add more weight and do more reps to get closer to that. So continue to elevate, continue to evolve, continue to upgrade. Because if you don't even start, if you don't even try to do that, you're not going to get anywhere. And that last point, evolving, changing, upgrading, that's exactly where I'm heading with this next announcement. And the next part I want to share, because it's huge. I'm super excited for this next. It's the future of the show. It's the future of the direction of this podcast. We've had a couple changes throughout the life of this podcast, and it's finally come full circle and kind of encompasses everything that I've wanted to do with the podcast, that I've been trying to do, that I'm going to continue to do, just with more narrowed focus. And so going forward, you're in for a treat, because the Elevate Media Podcast is now officially becoming the Upgraded Man Podcast. Look at that. So you're going to see the shift of branding out there. You're going to see the change of artwork when you're going to search the podcast. This is going to be our main focus with the Upgraded Man Podcast. So super excited for that. It is time to lean into who I truly want to help more and more, and that's people like me, right? This isn't a goodbye of anything. It's just a sharpening, a more narrow focus on who we help. Because over time, most of the listeners are men. Most of the people I connect with are men. A lot of the guests are men. And, I found a lot of things in common with myself and these individuals. And we're men who refuse to stay complacent, right? We want to continually improve and evolve and get better. It's for men who want to keep growing in every area of their life, myself included. And that's what I want to make sure everyone understands is I'm on this journey too. I'm not the upgraded man. The upgraded man isn't a destination. It's the journey where we can continue to improve every day, no matter what level you're starting at. You might be farther ahead in certain things than I am, and vice versa. But we're in it together to help support one another, guide each other along the path that we're on to.
The new Wegovy pill is now available through Weight Watchers. Powerful GLP-1 results in a simple pill at the lowest price available. And with Weight Watchers, you can get doctor support and personalized nutrition programs. See if you qualify at weightwatchers.com. Ad not reviewed or approved by Novo Nordisk.
To continually be better. I'm the same guy, gonna be the same host. I'm gonna try to be funny, and it probably won't work. But I'm here with the same heart of just trying to serve, trying to help those listening. We just got a little bit sharper focus, a little bit sharper in our marketing now of who we want to serve more and more. And I'm really excited because there's so many men out there that are just kind of stuck on autopilot. I find myself in those autopilot moments every now and then. We're just coasting, right? Whether it be in business, at work, in marriages, in health, finances, we're just coasting. Things are okay. And we've got to snap out of that, right? We got to stop being complacent. We don't want to be complacent. I don't want this just to be another podcast that is pure entertainment, right? Just, hitting the buzzwords or the, clickbait stuff. Like I still want us to be entertaining. And so I hope the guests I bring on, I hope the conversations I have provide some of that, but I also want it to challenge us as men to upgrade in our lives. And so we're going to give the tools, we're going to give the guidance to do that with this show. I'm really looking forward to it. I think it's going to be a fresh take and a lot of fun, a lot of good conversations coming from experts to help men, again, upgrade themselves. And it's all in the name, right? It's for us men who, we're committed to being better tomorrow than we are today. And so what does it actually look like to become an upgraded man? Well, I've been thinking a lot about this, and it really comes down to the 5 pillars that our show and these episodes are going to fall under. So these are kind of like the 5 the 5 pillars that we're going to have conversations around and in with our guests. If I do solo episodes, things like that in our community that we're going to build. And so if you commit to growing in each of these areas, your whole life's going to improve. It's going to change for the better. And so I'm going to go kind of high level into these pillars so you can have an idea of what we're going to cover and what's going to be a part of the show. So just kind of stick with me. And again, if you're watching, thank you so much for tuning in live on this live stream. We got a comment. Oh my goodness, we have a comment. Guys, I love live stream. I love interacting with people. So this is like the best of both worlds if I can't be in person. So Michael Garst, line worker to team leader to now skilled trades. It's been a while. It has been a while. I'm proud of you. That's awesome. Taking those steps to upgrade your position. Michael, you're a fantastic guy. You were awesome when I was at the plant there doing athletic training stuff with you. And I'm proud of you and excited for you on that next step as a skilled tradesman. So congrats to you on that. But yeah, this show's for you, man. This show's for everybody who wants to just get more out of life because, life is so short. It's crazy to see what can happen if we lean into these 5 pillars.